Hello my friends and welcome to part 154 of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Let's Play series. Okay, so the verse for today, first of all, um that's kind of like the star of this series is 1 Corinthians 2:9, which reads that is what the scriptures mean when they say no eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no mind has imagined what God has prepared for those who love him. Yeah, this is kind of a weird look at a verse simply because I mean it's kind of like runoff but basically what's happening is that the author is basically talking to another group of people like within like these Bible times, maybe it was like another city of people or something. And he's and he is because all the authors, all the people talking to other people were like guys, because that's like was the main group at this time. So they were pretty much all guys, but like nowadays, of course, it would be a little bit different. Um, but anyway, what he's saying is he's telling them another verse that is basically found in the Bible. I'm not exactly sure where this other verse is found. The what no eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no mind has imagined what God has prepared for those who love him. But yeah, it's gonna be found in another verse within the Bible. So maybe little bit of points, just like metaphorical points to the first person who's able to say where this other verse is taken from. But yeah, that's basically like the look here. Maybe someone can talk about I think this might be Paul speaking to like a group of people. Yeah, I think this is Paul speaking to a group of people. Paul, the one whose name used to be Saul when he was when he was persecuting people, but then his name got changed to Paul because it had some significant meaning. I forget exactly what the meaning of Paul is. But yeah, it had some significant meaning, so his name was changed to Paul when he had that revelation, like after God like showed himself to him and he went blind and everything. Yeah. But yeah, that can be like maybe like some of those other verses will be talked about later on, so maybe you'll like. But if anyone wants to maybe talk about Paul a little bit too, like you can. Maybe that serves a good role since he's the one who's saying this verse to other people. Yeah, but I did a little bit of the summarization of him. But if anyone wants to give a bigger description of him, feel free within that verse discussion, since that still goes along with the verse. But yeah, I'll give my thoughts after I do the talk about the go over maybe some of the scenarios / duels today in solo mode, and some of the duels in the event, the Fusion Festival, which my Dark Magician is doing okay, but it's not doing as good as I thought it was. I haven't really been able to get a lot of rituals with it, ritual summoning. So I think what I'm doing instead, some of the lone decks aren't actually too bad. The Libromancers and the Hungry Burger decks actually aren't too bad, I would say. So I think I'm at least trying to get done with the ritual mission with that, and then after that I think I'll either go with Senju's or Dark Magician, depending on if I have to pay like a bunch of SR and URCP for you Senjus or not, I might go with that, like if it's budget enough. But if I have to pay SR URCP for your Senjus, I think I'm just gonna go with Dark Magician. After I get the ritual summoning done, because like Dark Magician isn't really all that great for it, and I would say the Blue Eyes Lone deck isn't all that great for it either. But yeah, the Spell and Trap and the normal special summon should be fairly easy. Just a ritual summon that might be like the most challenging. So Hungry Burger, the Hungry Burger deck, the Nouvelle deck, or the Libromancer's lone decks aren't too bad for them, because they can usually get a pretty consistent at least one ritual summon, probably over one. If you wanted to speed through it, like maybe the Libromancer one is better, but I kind of like the Nouvelle one more, because like you can like basically tribute off opponent's monsters, which is kind of fun, as long as they're an attack. But a lot of the time they're probably going to be an attack anyway, because a lot of people just love to put their monsters in attack and not play around the Nouvelle, so you can kind of take advantage of that. So that's pretty fun. Yeah, that's pretty fun. But yeah, Libromancers are also not too bad, because they have a pretty consistent way of getting to a ritual summon as well. And with the rituals being able to go back to the hand through the use of some of your card effects, you can then reuse the ritual summons and go into the same one again. So that's kind of cool too. But yeah, I don't think it matters too much. I think Libromancers might be a bit easier to get a lot of ritual summons with, but it doesn't matter too much to me. But if it matters to you, maybe just go for the Libromancer deck. If you really want to speed through the ritual summoning. And then I'll like see if your Senjus is good. I think like a lot of the Senjus are normal or rare, but I'm not sure if there's any URs or SRs that have to be crafted for the Senju deck, besides maybe like the staples you probably should have anyway, like the Ash Blossom or Infinite Impermanence. Or probably Power Prosperity really good for that deck too, because especially with, well, yeah, good for pretty much any deck in this festival, because like the X deck doesn't, you're probably gonna have a lot of duplicates anyway, because there's not many X deck monsters. And since you're allowed to use Prosperity, that's pretty cool. Even just one, like, hey, that's better than nothing. Yeah, so definitely probably want to craft the Pot of Prosperity too for this event. Just because it's a good card in general anyway. It's probably one of the better pots, honestly. Just because it's useful in so many different decks and you have a little bit more control. Pot of Extravagance would be a pretty good card for this event, but it's banned, so that's unfortunate. Yeah. Anyway, let's here before I get into the festival stuff, I gotta go over the news, and while I'm going over that, I'll go over the intro. So yeah, there's not a ton of news right now. So please, I'll just show you this. I don't need to talk about this, but like while you're looking this, I can go over the intro. So if you are enjoying my content, please consider liking, sharing, subscribing, and when you do subscribe, you can select the bell and select it to remind you of like all my content, notify you of all my content, none of my content, or the videos that you watch the most. I'm not sure exactly what that entails when you select personalized. If it like does it based on playlists, like I'm not really like I'm kind of like not doing a lot of playlists, because I've just been like putting them out and not putting them in playlists. Um, so I'm not exactly sure how they do it, or if they do it in terms of games. Like that may not be as helpful because I do like one game at a time. But I mean, if you want to do the personalized because you think maybe it helps a little bit, go feel free. Like you can always change your mind later on. Um, so yeah. Also, don't feel bad about selecting none, and then if you want to change your main later, you can. So it's totally fine. I'm not sure if I've selected none for any subscribers, but maybe selecting none for subscriber could be good. Um, Maybe if they're like taking a break for whatever reason, like I know that like that may be like maybe more like popular YouTubers couldn't afford to take breaks, and then maybe you select none. That may be a reason you want to select none because you know they're taking a break. They said they were taking a break, or maybe it's because like they're not putting out like videos that you like right now, but maybe later on they will, so you don't want to be notified right now when they're putting out videos you don't care about. Or maybe there's like one specific series that you like from them, but that only like shows up like every at the same time every year, like once a year, but it's at the same time every year. So maybe when it's getting closer to that, you like turn it from none to personalized. That could, like, so there's some merits besides like maybe you're just subscribed to someone because you want to help them out. And those of you are like that, then thank you for deciding to do that with me as well. Oh yeah, speaking of subscribers, as a reminder, just need 4 more subscribers and then I'll open up whichever is the Gishki one. I forget which one that is. I think it's still available. Hopefully. Whichever is the Gishki secret pack. Which I forget which it is. Is it still available? I mean, either way, I'll at least open this one since it's free. Even if if I'm not able to meet the 75, and I'll also open up any of the other one, the accessory one that like has a time limit on it. I have 9 days left there. Which one is it with the Gishki? Is it still available? Maybe it's gone. It might be gone. That would stink. Huh. That has a mono water though. That's not too bad with the Sheena birds, which is available in the Fusion Festival as well. So that seems like a pretty fun deck because the Sheena bird rituals can like summon the mono water. So out of the deck, and since it's being special summoned, it does return to hand. So that's kind of a cool combo right there. Maybe it's gone. Wow, that stings. But since it's a secret card pack, I can always get it back. So it must have left. But I'll tell you what. I'll still, because I'm almost positive it's oh wait, no, it's a selection pack. Okay, so there's still 17 days left. So there's still quite a while on that. So yeah, good. There's still quite a while. So you still have a cool 17 days. So if maybe I can just open these today, and then I could just make that special just so like it doesn't go away. Like, and then also get the accessory for the pumpkin guy today. And then for the 75, I can still save the Flame of Fury selection pack for them. And also, this is kind of cool because it also includes a thrust 2, so that's kind of nice. So there's more than just the Gishkis in here, so that's not too bad. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, it's a overall pretty good pack in general. But yeah, so if I can get to 75 within the 17 days here, then as long as like the next video, or maybe I won't even do Monday or Friday. Maybe I can just make this a special video, not following the normal schedule. This is only if I get to 75 subscribers though. If I get to 75 subscribers, I'll open the Flame of Fury pack. And maybe I can wait until the next video here. So Monday video. If I can make it before Monday, then I'll also I'll do the secret card pack along with the Flame of Fury if I can get there before Monday's video. And also the pumpkin that day too. But if not, I'll just do the one free pull for the Sisters of Light on Monday. Oh wait, no, this is lasting the same amount of time, so maybe I'll just do the free pull with free pull with the Flame of Fury. But maybe like if I can get to the 75 before Monday, I'll do the Duelist Cup rewards and the pumpkin guy, that one wallpaper, or what is it, that whatever's going away here, this one pumpkin, I'll also open him on this at the same time as I do the Flame of Fury and the Sisters of the Light pack. If I can get to 75 before Monday, which is only 4. If not, I'll just open up the Duelist Cup rewards and the and that pumpkin guy. I'll buy that on Monday, along with the regular content on Monday, the which will at least be the solo mode. But I'll still give you like the 17 days, and if I can get there if I can get there before these go away, then I'll do the free pull for the Sisters of Light along with the Gishki one. But if not, I'll just do the free pull of the Sisters of Light, and I'll just tack it on to whatever the next regular video is. So you're mainly doing this for the Flame of Fury selection pack. If you want to see me open that, I'm asking for 75 subscribers here before this expires. Okay. So there you go. I don't. That's only 4 subscribers within the realm of 17, less than 17 days. Just to make sure this doesn't go away. So that's a little over 2 weeks right there. So you still have a little over 2 weeks for this. Yeah. That's cool that you can like go straight to your tickets by pressing triangle. That's cool. And then you can just press on this and it'll take you to that screen. That's cool. I like that. Yeah. But I'll definitely open the Sisters of Light before this expires, because I definitely want to get the free pull. I'm not going to be opening any more than just that free pull though. Anyway, so there's that information. Now we'll go and look at the festival replays real quick. Show you the replays I got, which will be of the Loner decks and the and my Dark Magician deck. they'll pretty much all be wins, though I might show you a few that aren't wins if they show you a little bit more of the deck. If I have any replays that aren't wins, which I should, at least for the Liebermancer. But here's a reminder of what the deck names are. Splendid Full Course Mio. The stars indicate difficulty level as a reminder. So that's not really included within the title, even though it technically shows it within the title. That just like shows the difficulty. So technically the title for this is Splendid Full Course Meal, and this applies to the Nouvelle Hungry Burger deck. Popped out of comic. This is for the Liebermancer deck, and White Dragon Chaos is for the Blue Eyes deck. Yeah. Okay. And then so replays here. So I'll show you the one on the bottom first. So this is the opponent's deck. They're playing the Blue Eyes Loner. Yeah, they're playing the Blue Eyes Loner deck. Which is that first one. So this is the easiest deck to pilot if it matters to you. I think they're all fairly good, though this probably won't get you the ritual summoning as fast. And if you're playing this, maybe you should just play the Dark Magician non-loner deck instead. Like, since it's not like, I mean, 1500 gems isn't that big of a deal, and I think that might be better. I'm not sure though. Like, I mean, I guess this could be pretty good, but at least with the Dark Magician, if you're using that Dark Magician non-loner deck, you can like still put in some of your own cards like Ash Blossom and Infinite Impermanence, which is kind of cool. So if you play this, you're just missing out on Infinite Impermanence and Ash Blossom. So you pay a little bit more, basically, to be able to have access to Infinite Impermanence and Ash Blossom, which is pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. So let's look at this. I believe this is just a mirror. I believe this one is a mirror, where we're both playing the same loner deck. If this is the oldest replay, it should be. Yeah. Maybe my opponent just didn't get very lucky with their hand, because I don't think they really did much. Yeah, so that's pretty good, since I had an extra alternative anyway in hand. Didn't matter to me. Oh yeah, and this one's a pretty good one to send off with like the as fodder with the melody or the trade-in, because you can get it special summon from your graveyard anyway. So that's pretty nice. And this one's probably the better one to go for if you're going first. If you want to go for a ritual summon and you're able to going first, probably this one is probably better. Even though maybe like 3,000 is a little less, like it's still a lot. Like they're probably still not gonna get over it very easily. And so the and I just think it might be better because like maybe a little bit better than the Chaos Max, because at least like you can like change the position of the monster when you attack, whereas like with the Chaos Max, the original one, you can't just change the position. It doesn't do double anything, but it works pretty well with the Chaos Max also, since you can like change the position, and then maybe if your opponent has more defense position monsters, you can then get him for double piercing with the original. And I suppose another weakness with the Blue Eyes deck is like, at least with the rituals, like they have really high attack but really low defense. So you can't really afford to put them in defense since they don't have immunity against destruction by battle. Only destruction by card effects. So that does kind of stink if your opponent's playing the Nouvelle, because then they can just tribute them off for the Nouvelle, for some of the Nouvelle stuff. Like with some of those bigger Nouvelle rituals, they can just tribute them off, like, which kind of stinks. I'm not sure if Lightning Storm is available or not, but like at least with them not being able to be destroyed by card effects, you don't really have to worry about like Lightning Storm taking out the ritual. And even if you do put monsters in attack and then Lightning Storm takes them out, like, if you have Jet Dragon in their hand and graveyard, like, you can, kind of punish them a little bit for maybe destroying your stuff, by bringing out the Jet Dragon. Though it doesn't really work if they're just being tributed. Yeah. So I suppose that would be a weakness. Here's the one that I lost. But I'm showing this one because, like, I showed a little bit more with the Libromancer than the one where I won. In this one, I'm showing, like, how cool the Libromancers are when they have, like a good hand. Oh yeah, and also I guess, like, it shows, like, it kind of shows that It does show that it's a little bit more of a difficulty curve, since I did run out of time here. And usually that means the difficulty curve has spiked up a little bit. But again, it was my first duel. And once I got the hang of it, like the Hungry Burger and the Libromancer's like deck, like, didn't really seem to run into time nearly as much. Yeah, and so this is pretty cool because you can bring out this. And then this lets you ritual summon during your opponent's turn, which is pretty nice with the Mystigo. Since then you can like negate something on your opponent's turn at quick effect speed, which is not bad. I probably would have won if I hadn't run out of time. And the fire's pretty nice because like fire can help you like get out the Geek Boy, or Geek Boy can basically help you bring out the fire by like if you don't have the field spell, you can like then activate the field spell, get the fire. That's a pretty good move as well. Yeah, but this deck is pretty nice for helping you see a lot of your different cards. So that's like probably the big pro of this deck, like that, like there's a lot of different ways you can like basically see a lot of your different cards. Like as long as you have like at least a spell and a ritual in hand, then you basically should be able to like get whatever you need, which is pretty nice. I don't know why I don't know why this activated when I special summoned this to the field. Because this isn't a ritual, and yet this still activated. I don't get it. But yeah, I ran out of time there. Yeah. Okay, so let's play this one now. So this is another matchup where I use the Libromancers and my opponent's using. This is an interesting Monarch slash Time Lord deck. I guess what's fun about Monarchs is that like a lot of their cards actually seem to be available, which is pretty cool. Like, so like this is probably one of the better decks you can run. Besides your Senjus, that like also don't really need to go into rituals and still win. This is one of the few decks though that can't actually run the Pot of Prosperity, but they have like other ways of being able to draw that kind of makes up for that. Domain is also pretty nice. I'm not sure if Domain just at one or if my opponent only put in one because they can like search for it through the use of some of their cards. But yeah, this is pretty nice because like I guess it's not that big of a deal because like probably most of the summoning that's going to be happening is probably happening not from the X deck, but I guess this is pretty nice for them to not be able, for the opponent to not be able to access like some of the um ritual extra deck support cards. Or extra deck ritual support cards, maybe a better way to put it. Also, Marching the Monarchs can also be pretty nice for like not being since the non-targeting like the non-destroyed was actually kind of annoying with the Levomancers, and it's also was it annoying with the, I think it may also be annoying as a kind of an annoying counter against the Hungry Burger deck as well. Like, so against at least two of the, I mean, definitely two of the maybe like arguably heavy hitter loner decks, the Levomancers and the Hungry Burger Nouvelle deck. I think it like counters a lot of this stuff because I believe you need to be able to like target an attack position monster in order to tribute first. I'm not exactly sure if I'm here. I'll check real quick. Do you have to target in order to be able to tribute the monster? Because if you do, that's also pretty nice against that. It is kind of annoying with the kind of an annoying counter against the Levomancer deck. Because I know a lot of their effects target. Hold on. Yeah, this does target. So it also is an annoying counter against this. So basically against these two, which may arguably be the better lone decks here. They may at least be the most popular lone decks. But yeah, against both of those, like it really hoses them, because like a lot of the best plays are about targeting, and with that card out, like they can't target. Man. Yeah, so like that may actually be a pretty good deck to just run, just because like it hoses those two loner decks, and those might actually be some of the most popular decks because like, I mean, loner decks, like everyone will be able to play them. And it probably helps counter a lot of decks anyway, because maybe a lot of, I mean, it does help protect against destruction by card effects as well. Anyway, I'll show you this. Yeah, so you'll see like how it was slightly annoying, because like it just turned off a lot of my traps. I could have probably like I may have been able to win if it wasn't for that card, but then they put out that card and it was really annoying. Oh yeah, and this also kind of shows like what to do if you're kind of just stuck with like a not so optimal hand. Like, see, even if you don't have a way to summon the Levomancer at first, you can still use this to bring out the ritual and then start your Levomancer plays. Yeah, see, Levomancer Intervention is one of those cards that allow you to return to your hand, which is honestly pretty nice if I happen to get more first appearances later on. Also, this is pretty nice because it special summons the agent. See, and now this brings this, and now I can get some of my plays going. I may have been able to win if like this turn, and then kept my opponent from being able to do like all those good plays had I done things differently, but I'm not sure. This is kind of a hard. I also didn't want to run out of time again. This was just my second time, so I was still maybe having a little bit of time-related issues. Yeah, maybe if I would have like played things a little bit differently, maybe I could have won this turn and like not had to worry about my opponent's plays next turn. Because next turn was when they bring out some of the good stuff. So I tried doing as much damage as I could, which was enough. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have gone for the cross sheep, to be honest. I may have been able to win if I would have just kept the... That's one of the downsides of the cross sheep. You are giving up... You're usually giving up quite a bit of attack to bring this thing out, because it only has 700 attack. Oh yeah, another thing is I probably should have tribute off the cross sheep for the forbidden, and that because at least like then if my opponent would have attacked into the Manju, it had to have gone with the tribute summon monster as well. But yeah, that spell was just annoying because a lot of the traps for the Libromancer deck targets, unfortunately. This is the next one. This is one where I actually win with the Libromancers, and my opponent's playing Nubels, the Nubel lone deck. I suppose it, like, this deck could also be good if you kind of want, if you have like a fusion summon mission also, because maybe you can like get an off fusion, like maybe the off chance that you can like fusion summon. This is the only lone of the lone decks that actually has a fusions that actually has the capability of making a fusion, since the other decks don't even have a fusion, so it's not even possible. You're probably not going into the fusion very much, but I'm sure there's probably some way of being able to. And if you can, like, it can help make progress for that fusion summon mission if you have it up. You shouldn't have one for the ritual festival missions, but maybe if you just have one as a daily mission, could be good for that. Yeah, so there was that. Yeah, see, it wasn't a very long one. This is the next one. This is where I was playing the new Val deck, and my opponent's playing the... Oh, this is... I think this is kind of... Oh yeah, this is the Chaos Max, give the opponent like a really low defense position monster deck. This is kind of like what I was talking about. That like is a pretty good way to go with Chaos Max. Like, make sure your opponent has a defense position monster by creature swapping one of your defense position incantations with one of their monsters, or you can just straight up give it to them through the use of Shion Spy. Maybe I just got lucky in that they didn't have the right pieces. But I think this is usually pretty consistent. And then the fusions are just there, like, just to be there, just to fill up space in the X deck, so that your opponent can't, like, tell what deck you're running. I don't know if it really matters too much, but it's there. So yeah, so here, play. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna do one more, scenario in the solo mode. And then I think I'm just gonna pretty much end it there, because I want to make sure I don't run into time issues for my video. And then maybe once I like don't have as much worries about time, I can like talk more about like the differences between the Goosebumps, the next Goosebumps book I read, or the next in line, so that would be number 2, versus the episode that aired as a show. Oh yeah, and if you actually want to watch some of the Goosebumps shows yourself, there's a nice YouTuber that goes by the name of I think it's like something nostalgia. I don't know. But anyway, like you can like if you look up like a Goosebumps series, or like look up the actual like episodes you want to watch, like Stay Out of the Basement, Goosebumps, you should be able to find that that YouTuber pretty easily. And I think he has pretty much all of the episodes up, which is honestly pretty cool, and it's interesting that they weren't taken down yet. I'm pretty sure they're fairly old videos perhaps, but they weren't taken down, and they're not bad quality. Like usually when you're doing stuff like that, they may be like bad quality, but like these don't seem bad quality. Like they seem about the same quality as like if you were to watch them through an official source, which is nice, because like I don't think they're really on any like streaming services, which kind of stinks. Yeah. Oh yeah, and also if you like Goosebumps, there are other shows that do show up on streaming services that's similar to Goosebumps, like Dead Time Stories. There's Dead Time Stories on Amazon Prime, and there's also Are You Afraid of the Dark, and that's at least the older episodes are on Paramount Plus. Yeah, and they're about the and they're kind of similar to Goosebumps. Yeah. And you might not even be able to find some of the episodes on archive.org for Goosebumps. That may be another place we can find them. Because, and then archive.org is basically like a digital library, some kind of digital library. But you don't need a library card for that. So that's one of the digital libraries that you don't actually need a library card for. So, kind of nice. Though I'm noticing that doesn't really have very good options when it comes to like audiobooks. But there are like good sites like Hoopla that do require a library card, but they have like pretty good options for audiobooks, and I don't think they have as much of a weight as the other site, but that I'm forgetting that the name of, that you also need a library card for. Anyway, here's the next one. This is last one. This is why I'm playing the Dark Magician deck. So this is using my own build for the this was like where like I pretty much like thought like I'll just go with this build, and like I just did whatever I thought of. And there was also a kind of a cool there's another pretty cool Dark Magician build you can do, where you basically try to turbo out using a bunch of different draw spells, but it's a little expensive. But it's kind of fun. Like you turbo out like this Dark Magician esque monster that like where I think you gotta like banish the Dark Magician or special him out. But when you do, like his effect is like every time you activate a normal spell, like you inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. So all it takes is 8 normal spells to finish your opponent off. And if you pair that with normal spells that also burn, then maybe it takes a little less. So if you activate just 8 like maybe 8 ones that like get you more cards, get you into more normal spells, you can like finish your opponent off. Oh yeah, and I'll also, here, this is what my opponent was playing. This is not a loner deck. This is a non-loner version kind of that Blue Eyes deck. Oh yeah, I guess he also, Actually, I think they do have the Eyes of Blue monsters in the loner. They don't have this guy, though, in the loan. They also don't have the Keeper of the Shrine. So they don't have everything in that loan, but I think they still have quite a few of the good cards. Yeah, Lightning Storm is available at 3 in this festival. I suppose this is the Blue Eyes is kind of a counter to the Libromancer and the Nouvelle decks as well, since these also can't be targeted by card effects. So that might be something. So I guess that is one of the perks. Oh yeah, so I guess like so like forget what I said about like the Nouvelle thing, like so there's actually like not really a lot of risk to putting these into attack, since the Nouvelles can actually tribute these off, since they can't be targeted. Anyway, I'm gonna go into solo mode now. So it was Alliance of for Justice. It was another scenario. Yeah, the second one, then I can go into practice. But I'll do the practice in the next video because I don't want to run out of time here. So here's the card art. So you can feel free to slow the video down or pause it and then read the cards if you like. I should still be kind of fine, but the identity unknown and impossible to communicate with the worm swarm in unison like army ants. The tribes fought valiantly, repulsing the worm army. However, they couldn't wipe out all of them. The worms that survived the flurry of attacks learned from the stimulus and began to evolve. In this way, new specimens that were adaptive to every situation were born and began to multiply. They formed another swarm and attacked once again. The invasion was unstoppable. Unable to withstand the invasion of worms, one by one the tribes were destroyed. On the brink of extinction, the representatives of the surviving tribes gathered to have a debate. The invaders are powerful. Individual strength is no match against the enemy. Now is the time to join forces and stand together. Thus, the 4 prominent tribes on the continent: Ice Barrier, Flamval, Mist Valley, and X-Saber got together to form the Ally of Justice. Each tribe began to develop weapons against the worms. The multitude of weapons designed to destroy the enemy were put to test on the battlefield. Thus, the all-out war against the worms for survival intensified as the days progressed. Okay, good. Yeah, that wasn't too long. Okay, well, now, I'm pretty much done, so I want to thank all of you who stayed for the, news, that little news, slash intro, if you stayed for that. Also, thank you to all who stayed for the Rituals Festival, if you stayed for that, and all who stayed for this scenario bit within the solo mode. If you stayed for that, I went over the second scenario. And I would like to thank everyone who stayed for all the Master Duel content, if you stayed for all of the Master Duel content. And if you're staying for the entire video, I would like to thank you for that as well. Like, a special thanks to those who stayed for the entire video, whether or not they actually really feel the need to. I just thank you. And maybe like eventually maybe one of these verses, these like little verse discussions could give you inspiration to discuss a little further eventually. But anyway, how I'm looking at the verse here, as a reminder, the verse read, "This is what the scriptures mean when they say, no eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no mind has imagined what God has prepared for those who love him." I'm going to mostly look at the part where it said, "No eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no mind has imagined what God has prepared for those who love him." So my thoughts on that part of the verse would be, I feel like this is like talking about heaven, like God is preparing heaven for us, like, in as long as you believe in him, you can make it into heaven. As long as you pray the sinner's prayer, you can make it into heaven. Like, yeah, like, so like it's talking about heaven here, and it's basically saying like we have no idea what heaven's like. Yeah, so basically I guess maybe it's just saying like don't worry, like if you maybe have any worries for whatever reason about what heaven could be like, maybe like don't like you have no idea what heaven is like, so maybe instead of like worrying about what heaven's like, just think about like all the ways, all the reasons why you will be going to heaven, which is mostly because you prayed the sinner's prayer, assuming speaking for those who did. I mean, as long as you can get to heaven, might as be thankful for that, and you don't really need to think anymore, but like of course maybe like while you're on earth, just I don't know, this is a more complex verse, so if anyone has like their own thoughts, like maybe a better way of putting this verse, like feel free. Like I try my best here, like I can't always get verses exactly right because some are definitely more confusing than others, but hopefully I helped give you a starting look at the verse at least. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna end that discussion there because I don't really know much else to say. I kind of ended up like kind of losing my track of thought, but hopefully what I did say is a good start at least. Anyway, I hope all of you who are still here enjoyed the video. I hope all of you who stayed for the parts you did want to stay for and then left, I hope you did enjoy those parts, and I hope those parts were helpful for those guys. And I'll be seeing all of you in the next video, hopefully. Bye everyone, and thank you so much once again. Oh yeah, please don't forget, on your way out, please leave a like and maybe like leave a comment at the very least if you can, and if you'd like to go the extra mile, maybe share this video and subscribe, and then you can feel free to ring that notification bell if you'd like after you subscribe.